Alta, prove me wrong. You prove me wrong, I'll take this video down, and I will eat my words gladly. I want to. Hello there, Obi here. Okay, so unfortunately, there's no way for me to film myself, so I'm just going to run around and talk to you guys. This is a pretty serious video in nature. I'm going to talk to you guys about why I'm finally going to cancel my supporter subscription, a subscription that I've had for, well, practically 2 years. And I'm no longer going to be buying talums. I'm no longer going to be supporting this game financially. As it stands now, there could be changes in the future. And I'm also going to urge the rest of you to do the same. And I'm going to tell you why. So, many of you may or may not know Cody. Cody was tech support for ATT, and Cody was the social media manager for A Township Tale. Notice how I said the words was. Well, as of just a few days ago, Cody was laid off from Alta. Cody is no longer employed from Alta because he was, I guess in their words, no longer needed. So this is a layoff, a redundancy. So let me get this straight. Let me break this down a little bit better for you guys. Cody was not fired. So fired is like a disciplinary action. And laid off means that the job was no longer needed in some way, or maybe there were some budget constraints, something like that. So he was laid off. Now, not long after we received that message from Cody, we see that Cam, a developer with Alta, who specifically worked full-time on A Township Tale, was also laid off. And also, Nick, the other full-time developer working on A Township Tale for Alta, both of these people, Cam and Nick, were both laid off right after Cody was laid off. What does this mean for the future of A Township Tale? Honestly, we really don't know. There was a message put out by Glenn, who also goes by the name Unky. So if you see Unky, that's Glenn. If you see Glenn, that's Unky. I don't know why he chooses to use two accounts, but he does. So he put out an announcement basically saying that they didn't expect to make the announcement like they did, and I mean, really, honestly, I read and write essays for a living, and I really couldn't make heads or tails about what Glenn was trying to say. It basically sounds like, hey, we're trying to shift the blame. Hey, we let go some of our talent, but we're going to continue to support A Township Tale. I personally don't know why. They only mentioned laying off Cody. They didn't mention laying off Cam or Nick, the only two full-time developers on A Township Tale. The guys that were working on the bag lock update, the guys that were working on the forest, have been laid off. Yet somehow Alta is still going to support A Township Tale and it's not getting shut down. Okay, great. I'd like to see that. I really would. You know me. I've always been really hopeful and very optimistic about the future of A Township Tale until now. I'm quite frankly pissed off. I'm disheartened. I'm devastated. And get out your thesaurus. Use all those words associated with it, because that's how I feel right now. I also feel a little bit betrayed. The reason that I want to cancel my supporter is because, you know, read what we're paying for. We're paying for the development of the game. It's not being developed as far as I can tell. So why should I support it any longer? Now, I don't want this to sound like I'm throwing shade at anybody specifically at Alta. I know that Alandre and with the platform team and James with the platform team. Now, I know I say the word team, but I don't really know if it's a team. I think it just might be them two. Again, I don't know. Look, Alandre saved Starlight from a big problem we were having, and I'm forever grateful for him. James as well. I have nothing but respect for both of those guys. They're just doing their job, right? So I'm not angry at them. I'm angry at whoever is making the decisions above them to cut Cody and Cam and Nick, and then also try to cover it up like it was only Cody that was let go. So it just leaves a really, really bad taste in my mouth. I just don't get it, and I want to get it. I want to understand it. Now, who is Glenn? And if you spend any time in the ATT Discord, I think it's pretty obvious that I'm going to speak for myself here. I don't quite like Glenn's position in his job. Glenn is the community manager for a township tale. I don't really know what that means, because you would think a community manager would be managing the community, communicating with the community, and things like that. However, if you just do a quick search of his name in Discord, you can see that, like, for example, in March, there were no posts from him at all. Or if you look at, like, April, he talks about P2, which is Alta's other project, aka Project 2. There is no working name for it right now. He posts about that in April a few times. And then we don't hear from him until October. Glenn, as a community manager, doesn't manage the community. So I'm in one of those situations where I feel like, respect is earned and not given. And he hasn't earned the respect of the community yet. Time will tell. But, so who is working on support right now? Well, it's Glenn, who before was hiding behind the name Unky in the P2 Discord. So yeah, he was quite active, or still is quite active in the P2 Discord, but not in the ATT Discord. So we can talk about P2 in the ATT Discord, but we can't talk about ATT in the P2 Discord, which is quite odd, I think, especially given the fact that Glenn really just liked to pop in just to bring up P2. So get out your ATT Discord bingo cards and every time and put Glenn mentioning P2 on there, because that's a free space. Or maybe make it into a drinking game if you're old enough. Drink every time Glenn mentions P2, because, well, you'll have liver failure. So, I don't know. It's quite difficult seeing Cody lose hope in ATT. Cody, for those of you who don't know, Cody was just a normal player at one point. And Cody developed Town Watchman. And Cody was approached to be the tech support person. And Cody took that job. So Cody was just a normal player who was passionate about ATT and gave us Town Watchman. I mean, like, it's an amazing tool that every server has to have. I've talked about it before in other videos. And so after that, Cody was quite vocal in the ATT Discord. Anytime that there were questions or anything like that, Cody was always there with all the right answers, the answers that were needed, when it really should have been Glenn's job. In fact, there was a petition brought out on the ATT forum, feedback forum, to give Cody a promotion in some way, and it worked. Cody was promoted. Cody was tech support, plus he was the social media manager. And around this time, Glenn kind of just scurried off, posting under the name Unky in P2. So, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words, guys. I really am. If you want to show that you're upset, show with your wallet. If you have supporter, there's going to be a link to let you know how to write a ticket and how to cancel supporter, because that's what I've done. I've asked to cancel my supporter. I do not want to support this game any longer, financially. And same thing with cosmetics. Look, they haven't made any new cosmetics since October 2023. I believe that's correct. So, yeah, the only new content that we're going to be seeing is probably, well, new content, I don't know, but we definitely will be seeing the store rotation every 2 weeks, because that's how they make money. So, Alta, prove me wrong. You prove me wrong, I'll take this video down, and I will eat my words gladly. I want to see that. I want to see you prove me wrong. I want to see you prove everybody in the ATT Discord wrong. We need some transparency, which is what we got with Cody, which is where we kind of found out that there were only 2 devs working on ATT. It's something that I kind of known since about August, when Derek stepped down, and they pulled Josh off of ATT to work on P2. So we can see that the priority of Alta right now is P2, and it's not ATT. So will I still be playing A Township Tale? Yes, of course I will. I do love this game. I love the community. I just don't love some of the ideas of those in charge at Alta right now, because there are no full-time developers that I know of, and they haven't addressed us. They haven't told us. They're just keeping that, for whatever reason, that keeping that information down. And I can understand it's damage control for a company. They don't want people to know that that the only 2 developers were removed for, as far as I can tell, no reason. But again, I say as far as I can tell, because they haven't told us anything, right? So everything is really speculation. The thing that isn't speculation is that Cody, Nick, and Cam were all laid off a few days ago. And before that, there were no other developers working on A Township Tale. So who's going to be working on it? I don't know. Is it Alondre? Is it James? Probably. But is it going to be full-time support? Are they going to develop any new content? Are we going to get the forest? Are we going to get the Baglock update? Are we going to get anything? So let me know what you guys think below in the comments. I really hate making videos like this, because I've always been the person who had hope, and I was always the person singing the praises of Alta and the devs and things like that. And now I just feel like, I don't know, I feel hurt and betrayed, and I know that's probably how Cody and Cam and Nick feel. So first of all, Cam, Nick, if you're watching this, you were appreciated. I know that it was only 2 of you for quite a while working on ATT, and you were doing your best. If it wasn't for Nick, I would have never gotten my brick. So thanks for that. Hashtag fix this brick. It was fixed. Cam, you and I spoke here and there before the layoff. And it was always nice to know that you were here and you were listening to the community, and you were looking for feedback and things like that. It really showed that you were passionate about this game and things like that. Same thing with Cody. Cody put his heart and soul into this game, and it became a job for him. And it was, I was happy for him. I mean, who wouldn't be? So anyway, like I said, I've put in a ticket to ask for a partial refund of my supporter. Hopefully that can happen, because if not, it expires in February. And I'm going to suggest that you do the same until changes are made. We need transparency. We need a development team that is devoted and committed to this game. Hashtag Forest win. Hashtag justice for Cody. I don't know. That's it, guys. I don't know. That's it. I hope I'll see you around. I just don't know for how long. So, see ya.